Another day slips through. Email pile, voix demande. You nod, smile, comply, but inside, something's empty. Ever wonder why you're drained? Why every choice feels heavy? You're carrying their words, their judgments, their games. They pull strings. You move. What's stealing your power? It's not the world outside. It's how you let it in. Marcus once said, "A mind undisturbed is free, yet you let K's rule." When did you last stand still? Really stand, unmoved, whole? You've been here before. Swallowed the sting, stayed quiet. But silence can be strength, not surrender, not weakness. What if you could choose? Choose to hold your ground. Before we talk principles, there's a man you should meet. He stood where you stand now. A man sits at dusk. City hums, lights flicker. His phone glows, unanswered. Words linger, sharp, cutting. A colleague's jab, veiled. "You're too quiet," they sneered. He felt it, anger rising. Fingers twitched, ready to type, to defend, to prove, to fight. His heart raced, pulse loud. But then he paused, looked out, sky fading fast. Why give them power? Their words aren't his truth. He set the phone down, breathed slow, chest steady. The sting didn't vanish, but it didn't own him. Echose silence, deliberate, not weakness, not retreat. A single star broke through. It stood alone, unmoved, like him, against the dark. His silence became his shield. Strength isn't loud. It's choosing what matters. This is where it starts. 12 lessons, carved from stone. If you felt this, stay. Write it down for you. Lesson 1. Stop explaining yourself. You justify every step taken. Boss glares, you spill words. Friends nudge, you defend fast. Words tumble, chasing their nod. You think it proves strength. Think it builds their respect. But each word weakens you. You're begging, not standing tall. They ask why you're late. You stack reasons, voice shaky. Traffic jammed, kids screamed. Chaos. They smirk, they've won. You've surrendered your control. Explaining feels like duty. It's a trap, woven tight. You're craving their approval. Each excuse carves you smaller. They don't need your story. They need your boundaries firm. This habit grips you deep. It wasn't always this way. A teacher's frown, years back. Why didn't you try harder? You learned to over-explain, to dodge the sting, shame. Now it's instinct, unthinking. You speak before you breathe. At work, a project fumbles. You rush. Emails buried me. Your voice cracks. They lean. They see cracks, not effort. You've exposed your soft core. Each word chips your dignity. You're not convincing them. You're pleading with yourself. This drains your inner fire, energy lost to their gaze. You shrink, unnoticed, daily. Your confidence frays, threadbare. You're exhausted, always justifying. It's a loop, relentless. You lose, they gain ground. Seneca whispered it once. Care not for others' thoughts. Their opinions don't shape you. Your choices forge your core. Why hand them your power? Why let them pull strings? You've done this too long. Explain to avoid conflict. But conflict isn't the enemy. Your need to please is. Stop now. Breathe slow. What fuels this reflex? Fear of being misjudged? Fear of standing alone? You're not alone in this. Every man has felt it. The urge to clarify, prove, to make them see you. But they don't need to. You need to see yourself. Epictetus carved it clear. You own your mind alone, not their words, their judgments. Let them think what they will. Their thoughts are their weight. Yours is to stand unmoved. Picture this moment now. A colleague yaps, eyes sharp. Why didn't you deliver? You meet their stare, calm. It's done. That's enough. They pause. They falter. Your silence shifts the air. You've reclaimed your ground. This isn't about defiance. It's about owning your voice. You don't owe them answers. You owe yourself stillness. Think back. Last week, a friend questioned your choice. You rambled, heart racing. I had no other way. They shrugged. You felt empty. That moment stole your strength. It wasn't their fault. It was your need to explain. Now imagine the opposite. They prod. You stay quiet. A single line. Deliberate. I chose what I chose. No more, no less. Silence becomes your shield. They wait, hungry for more. You give them nothing extra. This is your first step. Stop explaining. Start owning. Your words belong to you. Use them with purpose, sparingly. Each one should carry weight, not tossed to fill gaps. You're not here to please. You're here to be whole. This change feels heavy. Old habits cling like rust. But every pause builds power. Every silence shapes your core. You'll feel it, rising slow. A keyed strength, yours alone. No one can touch it. Not if you hold firm. Recall that family dinner. Uncle's jab about your job. You justified, voice tight. I'm working on bigger things. They laughed. You burned inside. That wasn't strength, it was loss. You gave them your peace. Next time, try this. They speak. You nod once. I'm where I need be. Let their words fall flat. You don't need their agreement. You need your own dignity. This is Stoic clarity. Marcus Aurelius lived it. Be like a rock. Waves crash, it stands still. Their opinions are waves. You are the rock, unmoved. Stop explaining yourself now. Let actions speak your truth. They'll see you, or not. It doesn't change your worth. You're not here for them. You're here for yourself. A man who explains less becomes a man of strength. Think of that meeting. Your boss cuts you off. You start, I was just, but stop, mid-breath silent. I'll handle it, you say. One line, eyes steady. The room feels your weight. You've drawn a line, firm. This isn't about winning. It's about keeping your core. You've felt this before. The pull to over-explain. At home, with your partner. Why didn't you call? You stack reasons. Anxious. Work was insane. I forgot. They sigh. You feel small. That moment wasn't theirs. It was yours. And you lost. Try this next time. They ask. You pause long. I'll do better, you say. No excuses. No pleading. You keep your inner peace. This is the Stoic way. Control what you can. Your words, your reactions, not their thoughts, their moods. You've carried this burden, the need to be understood. It's heavy, it's useless. Drop it, feel the freedom. You don't need their validation. You need your own truth. Every time you explain, you hand them your strength. Every time you pause, you take it back, quietly. This is your power now. To choose silence over noise. To choose dignity over approval. You're not a boy anymore. You're a man carving himself. Stop explaining, start building. Your life, your rules, yourself. A man who stands silent is a man unmoved. You've stopped explaining. Now what? The silence feels strange, heavy. You're not used to this. Holding ground, not giving in. You've always filled the void. Words poured to ease tension. But tension isn't your enemy. Their expectations are the chains. You've carried them too long. Every why you've answered. Every justification you've offered. It's built a cage, invisible. You're trapped by their gaze. You feel it at work. Akoverker supple jablans. You didn't pull your weight. Old you would have scrambled. I was swamped, I swear. But that's not strength. That's bending to their will. Now you see it clearly. Explaining invites their judgment. It hands them your power. You don't need their verdict. You need your own truth. Recall that late-night text. A friend questions your distance. Why are you ghosting me? You typed paragraphs. Heart racing. Work's crazy. Life's a mess. They read, didn't reply. You felt empty, exposed. That wasn't connection, it was loss. You gave them your peace. Now picture this instead. Their text lights your screen. You read, you breathe slow. I'm here when needed. One line, no excuses. You keep your inner calm. They might push, they might wait, but you've drawn a boundary. This is Stoic discipline. Seneca's voice cuts through. Live for yourself, not others. Their approval isn't your worth. Your actions carve your core. Why let their doubts steer? Why let their words wound? You've done this for years. Explain to avoid conflict. But conflict shapes you stronger. Pleasing others makes you weak. Pause. Feel the weight lift. What's driving this urge? Fear of being unseen? Fear of standing apart? You're not alone in this. Every man has knelt here. The pull to justify, to fit, to make them understand you. But understanding isn't yours to force. Yours is to stand unmoved. Epictetus spoke it clear. You control your own response, not their thoughts, their sneers. Let them carry their burdens. Yours is to hold stillness. Imagine a dinner, tense. Your brother questions your path. Why are you still stuck there? Old you would have defended. I'm building, you don't see. But that's fuel for their fire. You're feeding their control. Now you try something new. You meet his eyes, calm. I'm where I choose. No more. Just silence. He shifts. Uncomfortable. Quiet. You've taken back your ground. This isn't about winning. It's about keeping your dignity. You don't owe him answers. You owe yourself freedom. Think of that meeting room. Your boss cuts you off. Why is this still undone? You start, then catch yourself. It's in progress, you say. One line, voice steady. The air shifts, they pause. You've set a line, firm. This is your new reflex. Silence over endless words. Each pause builds your strength. Each choice shapes your core. You'll feel it, growing quiet. A power no one touches. Not colleagues, not family, not friends. Only if you let them. Recall that coffee shop. A stranger bumps you, spills. They glare. Watch it, man. You used to apologize fast. My fault. I didn't see. But that's not your truth. You didn't owe that debt. Now you stand, eyes level. It happens. You say low. No excuses, no retreat. You walk away, head high. That's not pride, it's dignity. You kept your inner peace. This is Stoic clarity. Marcus Aurelius stood here. Be like a cliff. Waves crash. It doesn't flinch. Their words are just waves. You are the cliff, unmoved. Stop explaining your choices now. Let your life speak alone. They'll see you or not. Their blindness isn't your load. You're not here for their eyes. You're here for your soul. A man who speaks less becomes a man of power. Think of that family call. Your dad questions your pace. Why aren't you further along? You used to unravel. Quick. I'm trying. It's tough. But that fed their doubt. You gave them your strength. Now you try this. I'm building my way. One line, then silence. They pause. They move on. You've kept your inner fire. This isn't rebellion. It's truth. You don't need their map. You need your own path. Every time you explain less, you reclaim a piece of you. Every silence you hold, you forge a stronger core. This is your work now. To choose stillness over noise. To choose freedom over approval. You're not a shadow anymore. You're a man standing tall. Stop explaining. Start being. Your life, your worth, yourself. A man who stands silent is a man who's whole. Lesson 2. Don't chase their approval. You seek their nod, always. A glance, a word, acceptance. You adjust, tweak, perform, hoping they'll see your worth. You think it builds connection, think it proves your place. But each nod you chase, it's a rope pulling tight. You smile at their joke, even when it stings you. You stay late, unpaid, just to hear, "Good job." Nut. You're dancing to their tune. You're losing your own rhythm. Chasing approval feels natural. It's woven into your days. You speak to please them, laugh to keep them close. But every forced grin, it carves away your core. They don't need your mask. They need you, unbent, whole. This started long ago. A coach's cold, try harder. You pushed to win his praise, learned to bend for others. Now it's reflex, automatic. You shift to fit their eyes. At work, you overpromise. "I'll handle it, no problem." You burn out, they forget. Their nod was fleeting, empty. You've traded your peace for a moment of their light. This habit steals your power. Each chase leaves you smaller. You feel it, don't you? The weight of their judgment. You're tired, always reaching, always falling short, unseen. You lose yourself, bit by bit. Seneca saw this trap. Seek your own applause. Their praise doesn't define you. Your integrity shapes your soul. Why crave their fleeting warmth? Why let their eyes steer? You've chased this too long, molded yourself to their whims. But their approval is sand, slipping through your hands. Stop now. Breathe slow. What drives this endless hunt? Fear of being unliked? Fear of not belonging? You're not alone in this. Every man has bowed here. The pull to be enough, to be seen, to be chosen. But their choice isn't yours. Yours is to stand unmoved. Epictetus spoke it plain. You control your own worth, not their smiles, their words. Let them keep their opinions. Yours is to hold dignity. Picture this moment now. A friend's offhand remark lands. You're too serious. Lighten up. Old you would have laughed, forced it to fit in. But that's not your truth. You don't owe them ease. Now you meet their gaze. "I'm me, that's enough." One line, voice steady. They blink, they move on. You've kept your inner fire. This isn't about rejection. It's about owning your core. You don't need their clap. You need your own stillness. Think back. Last month, your boss praised someone else. You worked harder, silent, hoping they'd notice you. They didn't. You burned. That wasn't strength. It was pain. You gave them your focus. Now imagine this instead. They praise. You work steady. Your goal isn't their nod. It's the work, done right. You walk away, head high. That's not pride. It's freedom. You kept your inner truth. This is Stoic clarity. Marcus Aurelius lived it. Be your own judge. Others' cheers fade fast. Your standards hold you firm. Their approval is noise. You are the signal, clear. Stop chasing their nod now. Let your life speak alone. They'll see you or not. Their blindness isn't your chain. You're not here for their eyes. You're here for your path. A man who seeks less becomes a man of strength. Recall that bar conversation. A stranger questions your job. Why stick with that grind? You used to justify. Quick. It's stable. Pays the bills. But that fed their doubt. You gave them your ground. Now you try this. It's my choice. My way. One line, then silence. They pause. They shift. You've kept your inner calm. This isn't defiance. It's dignity. You don't need their vote. You need your own voice. Every time you chase less, you reclaim a piece of you. Every nod you ignore, you forge a stronger core. This is your work now. To choose truth over praise. to choose freedom over chains. You're not a shadow anymore. You're a man standing tall. Stop chasing, start being. Your life, your worth, yourself. A man who stands alone is a man who's whole. You've stopped chasing. Now what? The quiet feels raw, unfamiliar. You're not used to this. Standing firm, not bending low. You've always sought their light, a nod, a smile, approval, but their light burns out. It leaves you colder, EMPT. You've carried this weight. Every good job you craved, every laugh you forced. It's built a cage, tight. You're trapped by their whims. You feel it in meetings. A colleague's praise skips you. You work harder, unseen, hoping they'll turn, notice, but their glance isn't strength. It's a chain, holding you. Now you see it sharp. Chasing steals your inner fire. It hands them your core. You don't need their warmth. You need your own truth. Recall that family dinner. Your cousin brags, eyes gleaming. You dim yourself. Stay quiet, hoping they'll ask about you. They don't. You feel less. That wasn't humility. It was loss. You gave them your space. Now picture this instead. They boast, you sit steady. You speak when it's yours. My work's moving forward. One line. No pleading. You keep your inner calm. They might ignore. They might wait. But you've set your boundary. This is Stoic discipline. Seneca's voice cuts through. Live for your own judgment. Their applause doesn't shape you. Your purpose builds your soul. Why seek their fleeting cheers? Why let their silence wound? You've chased this too long, shifted to fit their mold. But their mold is fragile. It cracks under your weight. Pause now. Breathe slow. What fuels this old need? Fear of being invisible. Fear of not belonging. You're not alone here. Every man has knelt low. The pull to be liked, to be chosen, to be seen. But their choice isn't yours. Yours is to stand unmoved. Epictetus spoke it clear. Your worth is your own, not their nods, their grins. Let them keep their judgments. Yours is to hold dignity. Imagine this moment now. A friend's casual digglance. You're too intense, man. Old you would have softened, laughed it off to fit. But that's not your truth. You don't owe them ease. Now you meet their eyes. I'm me, that's enough. One line, voice steady. They shift, they move on. You've kept your inner ground. This isn't about rejection. It's about owning your core. You don't need their vote. You need your own stillness. Think back, last week. Your boss praised another's work. You pushed harder, silent, hoping they'd see your grind. They didn't. You burned. That wasn't effort. It was pain. You gave them your focus. Now try this instead. They praise. You stay true. Your work isn't for them. It's for your own path. You walk away, head high. That's not pride. It's freedom. You kept your inner truth. This is Stoic clarity. Marcus Aurelius stood here. Judge yourself, no others. Their cheers are just noise. Your standard is your rock. Their approval is fleeting. You are the constant, firm. Stop chasing their nod now. Let your actions speak alone. They'll see you or not. Their blindness isn't your chain. You're not here for their gaze. You're here for your soul. Recall that bar chat. A stranger doubts your choice. Why stay in that job? You used to explain fast. It's steady, I'm planning. But that fed their ego. You gave them your ground. Now you try this. It's my road, my pace. One line, then silence. They pause. They shift. You've kept your inner peace. This isn't defiance. It's dignity. You don't need their nod. You need your own voice. Every time you chase less, you reclaim a piece of you. Every glance you ignore, you forge a stronger core. This is your work now, to choose truth over praise, to choose strength over chains. You're not a shadow anymore. You're a man, standing tall. Stop chasing, start living. Your life, your worth, yourself. A man who stands alone is a man who's whole. Laissons-toi. Let go of old wounds. You carry scars, heavy, silent, old words, echo, cutting deep, a betrayal, a slight, a failure. They linger, gnawing your peace. You think holding them is strength. Think it fuels your drive. But each wound you clutch, it's a chain, binding you. You replay that old fight. A friend's cold dismissal, sharp. You're nothing without me. You froze. Anger burned inside. You still hear it nights. It shapes how you move. You guard yourself, always braced. Old wounds steal your freedom. They feel like armor, tough, but they're weights slowing you. You avoid trust, fear, pain. You think it keeps you safe. But safety isn't living. It's hiding from your core. This started years back. A parent's voice, harsh, biting. You'll never be enough. You vowed to prove them wrong, but their words became you. Now you carry their shadow. Every step, it's there. You doubt before you act. At work, you hesitate. A chance to lead, offered. But that old voice whispers, you'll fail. You always do. You pass. You stay small. That wasn't caution. It was pain. You let wounds rule you. This habit drains your fire. Each memory saps your strength. You feel it, don't you? The ache that never leaves. You're tired, fighting ghosts. Always proving, never free. You lose yourself, wound by wound. Seneca saw this clearly. Clinging to pain is madness. Past hurt don't define you. Your choice now shapes your soul. Why hold their old daggers? Why let their cuts bleed? You've carried this too long, relived slights to stay sharp. But sharpness isn't power. It's bleeding where none see. Stop now. Breathe slow. What keeps these wounds alive? Fear of being hurt again? Fear of losing your edge? You're not alone in this. Every man has scars here. The pull to hold tight, to make pain your fuel. But pain isn't your strength. Yours is to rise unmoved. Epictetus spoke it plain. You control what you keep, not their words, their wounds. Let them fade. Let them go. Their weight is their burden. Yours is to walk free. Picture this moment now. A colleague's slight, familiar sting. You're not a team player. Old you would have spiraled, replayed it, lost sleep. But that's not your truth. You don't owe them pain. Now you meet their eyes. I do what's right. One line, then let go. Their words dissolve, weightless. You've kept your inner calm. This isn't about forgetting. It's about owning your core. You don't need old wounds. You need your own stillness. Think back, last month. A family call. Tense. Your brother's dig, old wound. You always mess this up. You used to carry it. Let it fester. Define you. That wasn't strength. It was chains. You gave them your peace. Now imagine this instead. He speaks. You breathe deep. That's your view, not mine. You release. You move on. You walk away, head high. That's not denial. It's freedom. You kept your inner core. This is Stoic clarity. Marcus Aurelius lived it. Cast away what harms you. Old wounds are just shadows. Your light is your choice. Their pain is their story. You are your own path. Stop holding wounds now. Let your heart breathe again. They'll fade, or they won't. Their weight isn't your load. You're not here for their scars. You're here for your soul. Recall that quiet night. You sat, replaying old hurts. A lover's betrayal, years gone. I never needed you. You carried it, heavy. It shaped how you love. You guard, you pull back. That wasn't wisdom, it was fear. You let wounds cage you. Now picture this instead. You sit, you breathe slow. Their words were their truth. Not yours, not now. You release, you feel light. That's not weakness, it's power. You kept your inner truth. This is Stoic strength. Seneca's words ring true. Pain endured is pain wasted. Their scars don't define you. Your freedom builds your core. You've carried this burden, the need to hold pain. It's heavy, it's useless. Drop it, feel the space. You don't need their wounds. You need your own fire. Every time you let go, you reclaim a piece of you. Every scar you release, you forge a stronger soul. This is your work now, to choose peace over pain, to choose strength over chains. You're not your past anymore. You're a man, rising tall. Stop clinging, start living. Your life, your heart, yourself. A man who releases wounds is a man who's whole. You've started letting go. Now what? The lightness feels strange, fragile. You're not used to this. Walking free, unburdened by scars. You've always held them close. Old wounds, like trusted shadows. But shadows don't lift you. They anchor you to pain. You've carried this too long. Every slight you've replayed. Every betrayal you've nursed. It's built a wall, high. You're trapped by your past. You feel it in silence. A memory flares, unbidden. A friend's lie, years old. You meant nothing to us. You clenched, vowed revenge. That vow became your cage. It shapes how you trust. You brace, always expecting hurt. Holding wounds feels like power, but it's a lie, heavy. Each scar steals your space. You shy from new bonds. You think it's protection, but protection isn't freedom. It's living half a life. Recall that quiet drive. Radio off, thoughts loud. A boss's words, long ago. You're not cut for this. You carried it, burning. It shaped your every pitch. You doubt before you speak. That wasn't drive, it was chains. You let wounds define you. This habit dims your fire. Each memory clouds your vision. You feel it, don't you? The weight that lingers still. You're tired, fighting old ghosts. Always guarding, never open. You lose your heart, slowly. Seneca's voice cuts through. Past pain is a choice. Their words don't own you. Your freedom shapes your core. Why clutch their old knives? Why let their scars bind? You've held this too long. Relived hurts to stay vigilant. But vigilance isn't strength. It's bleeding in the dark. Pause now. Breathe deep. What keeps these scars alive? Fear of new wounds? Fear of being soft? You're not alone here. Every man carries marks. The pull to stay wounded. To make pain your shield. But pain isn't your armor. Yours is to rise unmoved. Epictetus spoke it clear. You choose what you carry, not their lies, their betrayals. Let them dissolve, let them fade. Their weight is their story. Yours is to walk light. Imagine this moment now, a colleague's slight, old echo. You're not a team player. Old you would have stewed, replayed it, lost sleep. But that's not your truth. You don't owe them pain. Now you meet their gaze. I do what's right. One line, then release. Their words fall, powerless. You've kept your inner peace. This isn't about erasing. It's about owning your soul. You don't need old scars. You need your own stillness. Think back. Last week, a friend's text, sharp jab. You've changed, too distant. And you used to carry it. Let it gnaw, shape you. That wasn't strength. It was loss. You gave them your calm. Now try this instead. They text. You breathe slow. That's your lens, not mine. You let go. You move. You walk away, head high. That's not coldness. It's freedom. You kept your inner core. This is Stoic wisdom. Marcus Aurelius stood here. Reject what poisons you. Old wounds are just echoes. Your choice is your light. Their pain is their burden. You are your own path. Stop nursing wounds now. Let your soul breathe free. They'll linger, or they won't. Their shadow isn't your load. You're not here for their marks. You're here for your life. Recall that late-night walk. You paced, replaying old slights. A partner's words, long gone. I'm better off without you. You carried it. Heavy. It shaped how you connect. You guard. You hold back. That wasn't wisdom. It was fear. You let wounds chain you. Now picture this instead. You walk. You breathe deep. Their words were their truth. Not yours. Not anymore. You release. You feel whole. That's not weakness. It's power. You kept your inner truth. This is Stoic strength. Seneca's words ring true. Pain kept is pain chosen. Their scars don't define you. Your freedom builds your core. You've carried this burden, the need to hold hurt. It's heavy. It's useless. Drop it. Feel the air. You don't need their pain. You need your own fire. Every time you release, you reclaim a piece of you. Every wound you let fade, you forge a stronger soul. This is your work now, to choose peace over scars, to choose strength over chains. You're not your past anymore. You're a man, rising tall. Stop holding, start living. Your life, your heart, yourself. Think of that coffee shop. A stranger's glare, old trigger. You used to internalize it. Let it fester, grow heavy. But now you stand firm. It's their moment, not mine. No wait, no replay. You walk away, unmoved. That's not denial. It's dignity. You kept your inner calm. This is your path now. To choose stillness over chaos. To choose freedom over ghosts. You're not a shadow anymore. You're a man carving himself. Stop clinging, start being. Your life, your soul, yourself. A man who lets go is a man who's free. Lesson 4. Why do you react? Why does it hit hard? A word, a glance, ignition. Your chest tightens, pulse races. You snap, or you stew. You think it's just instinct. Think it shows you're alive. But each reaction burns you. It's a spark, consuming control. Someone cuts you off driving. You honk, curse, grip tight. Their taillights fade. You're fuming. They're gone. You're still trapped. You've handed them your peace. Reactions feel like power. A shout, a text, release. But it's a leash, subtle. You're pulled by their strings. You think it's standing up, but it's falling every time. This started years ago. A sibling's jab, sharp, cruel. You'll never measure up. You yelled back, heart pounding. That fire became your reflex. Now it flares, unasked. Every slight you ignite. You're wired to react fast. At work, a colleague smirk. Your idea's weak. Try again. You bite back, voice sharp. They don't get it, idiots. Your words echo, then fade. You're left with the ashes. This habit steals your strength. Each outburst drains your core. You feel it, don't you? The heat that clouds your mind. You're tired, always on edge, always braced for the next. You lose yourself, reaction by reaction. Epictetus saw it clear. Events don't disturb you. Your reactions do the harm. Their words are just air. Your response shapes your soul. Why let their spark burn? Why give them your fire? You've reacted too long, snapped to prove you're right. But being right isn't peace. It's a war you can't win. Stop now, breathe slow. What lights this inner fuse? Fear of seeming weak? Fear of being unseen? You're not alone in this. Every man has flared here. The pull to strike back, to show you're not small. But reacting isn't strength. Yours is to stand unmoved. Seneca's voice cuts deep. Anger is a choice. Their actions don't own you. Your pause builds your core. Picture this moment now. A friend's yob, casual, biting. You're slipping, man, focus. Old you would have snapped. I'm fine, back off. Hand. But that's not your truth. You don't owe them heat. Now you meet their eyes. I'm where I need. One line, then silence. Their words dissolve, weightless. You've kept your inner calm. This isn't about swallowing. It's about owning your mind. You don't need to flare. You need your own stillness. Think back, last week. A co-worker's email, dismissive. Your report needs work. You typed a reply, furious. It's better than yours. You hit send, then regret. That wasn't power, it was loss. You gave them your ground. Now imagine this instead. Their email lands, you read. You breathe, you wait, calm. I'll revise, thanks. One line, no venom. You walk away, head high. That's not retreat, it's control. You kept your inner truth. This is Stoic wisdom. Marcus Aurelius lived it. Be like a rock. Storms rage, it stands firm. Their words are just storms. You are the rock, steady. Stop reacting to their noise. Let your silence speak loud. They'll push, or they won't. Their chaos isn't your load. You're not here for their sparks. You're here for your soul. Recall that family call. Your dad's critique, same old. You're wasting your potential. You used to argue back. I'm doing what I can, but that fed their fire. You gave them your peace. Now you try this. That's your view, not mine. One line, then pause. They shift, they move on. You've kept your inner ground. This isn't silence, it's dignity. You don't need their fight. You need your own path. Every time you react less, you reclaim a piece of you. Every pause you hold, you forge a stronger core. This is your work now. To choose calm over chaos. To choose strength over flames. You're not your anger anymore. You're a man, rising tall. Stop reacting, start choosing. Your life, your mind, yourself. Think of that bar moment. A stranger's shove, no apology. You used to clench, glare. Watch where you're going. Onset. But that wasn't your win. You carried their heat. Now you stand, eyes level. It's fine, you say low. No fight, no wait. You walk away, unmoved. That's not surrender, it's power. You kept your inner calm. This is Stoic strength. Epictetus's words ring true. You disturb yourself. Their actions are their truth. Your response is your core. You've carried this reflex, the need to fire back. It's heavy, it's useless. Drop it, feel the space. You don't need their storm, you need your own peace. Every time you pause, you take back your mind. Every calm you choose, you build a stronger you. This is your path now, to choose stillness over rage, to choose freedom over chains. You're not a spark anymore. You're a man, standing firm. Stop reacting, start being. Your life, your soul, yourself. A man who pauses is a man who's whole. You've paused. Now what? The stillness feels raw, unsteady. You're not used to this. Holding back, not lashing out. You've always let it flare. A word, a look, explosion. But each spark consumes you. It's a fire, stealing control. You've carried this too long. Every jab you've answered, every slight you've matched, it's built a cage. Unseen, you're trapped by your own heat. You feel it on commutes. A driver swerves, cuts close. You lean on the horn, yell words they'll never hear. They're gone, you're still burning. You've lost your inner peace. Reacting feels like strength, a quick retort, a stand, but it's a trap. Subtle, you're chained to their rhythm. You think it's being heard, but it's sinking. Every time, Recall that tense meeting, a colleague's tone, dismissive, sharp. Your plan won't work here. You snapped. You're missing it. Your voice rose. Room froze. You felt alive. Then EMT. That wasn't power. It was loss. You gave them your calm. This habit dims your core. Each reaction clouds your mind. You feel it, don't you? The tension that never fades. You're tired, always primed, always ready for the spark. You lose yourself, flare by flare. Seneca spoke it plain. Anger is brief madness. Their actions don't own you. Your choice shapes your soul. Why let their words ignite? Why let their chaos rule? You've reacted too long, fired back to prove worth. But worth isn't in shouting. It's in standing unmoved. Stop now, breathe deep. What fuels this inner storm? Fear of seeming weak? Fear of being unseen? You're not alone here. Every man has burned here. The pull to hit back, to show you're not small. But reacting isn't power. Yours is to hold stillness. Epictetus saw it clear. You disturb your own mind. Their slights are just noise. Your pause builds your strength. Picture this moment now. A friend's dig, sly, biting. You're too soft, toughen up. Old you would have barked. I'm stronger than you know. Meant, but that's not your truth. You don't owe them fire. Now you meet their gaze. I'm steady. That's enough. One line, then silence. Their words dull, weightless. You've kept your inner ground. This isn't about biting back. It's about owning your mind. You don't need to flare. You need your own calm. Think back, last month. An email, cold, critical. Your work's below standard. You typed fast, fury rising. You don't see my effort. You sent it, then sank. That wasn't strength, it was chains. You gave them your focus. Now, imagine this instead. Their email lands, you pause. You breathe, you wait, clear. I'll improve, thank you. One line, no venom. You walk away, head high. That's not retreat, it's control. You kept your inner truth. This is Stoic discipline. Marcus Aurelius stood here. Be like a stone. Winds howl, it doesn't flinch. Their words are just winds. You are the stone, firm. Stop reacting to their noise. Let your silence speak true. They'll prod, or they won't. Their storm isn't your load. You're not here for their flames. You're here for your soul. Recall that family dinner. Your sister's jab, old wound. You're always so distant. You used to argue fast. I'm here, you're blind. But that fed their chaos. You gave them your peace. Now you try this. That's your view. I'm here. One line. Then pause. They shift. They move on. You've kept your inner light. This isn't weakness. It's dignity. You don't need their fight. You need your own path. Every time you pause more, you reclaim a piece of you. Every calm you choose, you forge a stronger core. This is your work now. To choose peace over fire. To choose freedom over rage. You're not your anger anymore. You're a man, standing tall. Stop reacting, start choosing. Your life, your mind, yourself. Think of that street moment. A stranger's glare, no reason. You used to clench, stare back. What's your problem, huh? But that wasn't your win. You carried their weight. Now you stand, eyes steady. It's theirs, not mine. No fight, no heat. You walk away, unmoved. That's not surrender, it's power. You kept your inner calm. This is Stoic strength. Seneca's words echo true. Master yourself, not others. Their case doesn't define you. Your choice builds your core. You've carried this reflex, the need to strike back. It's heavy. It's useless. Drop it. Feel the space. You don't need their storm. You need your own peace. Every time you hold back, you take back your mind. Every pause you embrace. You build a stronger you. This is your path now. To choose stillness over heat. To choose strength over chaos. You're not a flame anymore. You're a man, carved firm. Stop reacting, start being. Your life, your soul, yourself. A man who chooses calm is a man who's whole. Lesson 5. Who owns your time? Your hours slip through fingers. Meetings, texts, endless demand. You say, yes, always rushing. Their needs trump your own. You think it's being useful. Think it proves your worth. But each yes you give, it's a theft of yourself. A colleague calls, last minute. Cover my shift, please. You agree. Plans unravel. Your evening, gone, just like that. You've surrendered your time. Giving it feels like duty. It's a chain, binding tight. You're living for their clocks. Each moment you hand over, it carves away your core. They don't need your hours. They need your boundaries firm. This started long ago. A teacher's voice, impatient. Stay late, finish this now. You learn to sacrifice time. Now it's reflex, unthinking. You fill every gap for others. Every, sure, I'll help. It's a weight, piling high. At work, you're always on. Emails ping, you jump fast. I'll get it done tonight. You burn out, they move on. You've traded your peace for their fleeting gratitude. This habit steals your power. Each hour given shrinks you. You feel it, don't you? The rush that never slows. You're tired, always stretched thin. Always theirs, never yours. You lose yourself, minute by minute. Seneca saw this trap. Time is your only wealth. Their demands don't own you. Your choices shape your life. Why give them your hours? Why let their needs rule? You've given too long, said yes to avoid conflict. But conflict isn't the enemy. Your lack of boundaries is, stop now, breathe slow. What drives this endless giving? Fear of letting them down? Fear of seeming selfish? You're not alone in this. Every man has stretched here, the pull to be available, to be the one who saves. But saving others isn't strength. Yours is to stand unmoved. Epictetus spoke it plain. You control your own time, not their wants, their urgency. Let them carry their loads. Yours is to hold freedom. Picture this moment now. A friend texts, late, demanding, meet me, I need you. Old you would have rushed, dropped everything, gone running. But that's not your truth. You don't owe them now. Now you read, pause, calm. I'm free tomorrow. One line, then silence. Their urgency doesn't pull. You've kept your inner space. This isn't about coldness. It's about owning your life. You don't need to give all. You need your own stillness. Think back. Last week, your boss added more tasks. Handle this by morning. You nodded, stayed late again. Family waited. You missed dinner. That wasn't duty. It was loss. You gave them your time. Now imagine this instead. They push. You breathe deep. I'll do it by noon. One line. No bending. You leave. Head high. That's not defiance. It's control. You kept your inner core. This is Stoic clarity. Marcus Aurelius lived it. Guard your time fiercely. Others' needs are just noise. Your focus is your wealth. Their demands are their story. You are your own path. Stop giving time now. Let your hours breathe free. They'll ask, or they won't. Their rush isn't your load. You're not here for their clocks. You're here for your soul. Recall that weekend morning. A neighbor knocked, needing help. Fix my car, you're good. You dropped your plans. Went. Your day, gone. Resentment grew. That wasn't kindness. It was chains. You let them take you. Now try this instead. They knock. You pause long. I'm teed up today. No guilt, no overgiving. You keep your inner calm. That's not selfishness. It's dignity. You kept your own time. This is Stoic strength. Seneca's words cut deep. Life is brief, guard it. Their wants don't define you. Your time builds your core. You've carried this burden, the need to be there. It's heavy, it's useless. Drop it, feel the space. You don't need their pull. You need your own fire. Every time you say no, you reclaim a piece of you. Every boundary you set, you forge a stronger soul. This is your work now, to choose your time wisely, to choose freedom over chains. You're not their clock anymore. You're a man, standing tall. Stop giving, start owning. Your life, your hours, yourself. Think of that coffee run, a clock snaps. Hurry up. You used to speed up, dropped your pace, felt small. But that wasn't your debt. You didn't owe their rush. Now you move, eyes steady. I'll take my time, no asti, no los. You walk away, unmoved. That's not defiance, it's power. You kept your inner calm. This is your path now. To choose stillness over speed. To choose strength over giving. You're not their servant anymore. You're a man carving himself. Stop rushing, start living. Your life, your time, yourself. A man who owns time is a man whose woe. You've set boundaries. Now what? The space feels raw, open. You're not used to this. Owning hours, not giving them. You've always been their clock. Saying yes, running their errands. But each yes stole you. It's a theft. Slow, unseen. You've carried this too long. Every favor you've granted, every sure you've mumbled. It's built a cage, tight. You're trapped by their tempo. You feel it at home. A friend calls, voice urgent. Drop by, I need help. You used to rush over, cancel plans, lose your night. That's not kindness, it's loss. You gave them your time. Saying yes feels like duty. It's a trap, binding you. You're living their schedule. Each moment you surrender, it dims your inner fire. They don't own your hours. You owe yourself stillness. Recall that packed weekend. Your cousin texted, demanding, fix my laptop, quick. You went, dropped your rest. Your day, gone. Resentment built. That wasn't help. It was chains. You let them pull you. Now picture this instead. Their text lands. You pause. I'm free next week. One line, no bending. You keep your inner calm. They push. You stay firm. You've drawn a boundary, clear. This is Stoic discipline. Seneca's voice rings true. Time is your true riches. Their urgency doesn't own you. Your focus shapes your life. Why let their rush rule? Why give them your wealth? You've said yes too long, given hours to avoid guilt. But guilt isn't your enemy. Your lack of control is. Stop now, breathe deep. What fuels this endless yes? Fear of seeming cold? Fear of losing their favor? You're not alone here. Every man has run here. The pull to be their fix, to be the one who gives. But giving all isn't strength. Yours is to stand unmoved. Epictetus saw it plain. You control your own hours, not their needs, their crises. Let them carry their weight. Yours is to hold freedom. Imagine this moment now. Your boss emails, late night. Finish this by dawn. Old you would have jumped, stayed up, burned out fast. But that's not your truth. You don't owe them now. Now you read, stay calm. I'll handle it tomorrow. One line, then silence. Their pressure doesn't pull. You've kept your inner space. This isn't about defiance. It's about owning your core. You don't need to give all. You need your own time. Think back. Last month, a neighbor knocked, needing you. Move my couch, please. You dropped your workout, went. Your routine, broken. You fumed. That wasn't generosity. It was loss. You gave them your ground. Now try this instead. They knock. You breathe slow. I'm teed up today. No guilt, no overstretch. You walk away, head high. That's not selfishness, it's dignity. You kept your inner truth. This is Stoic wisdom. Marcus Aurelius stood here. Protect your time like gold. Others' wants are just noise. Your hours are your wealth. Their demands are their story. You are your own path. Stop giving hours now. Let your time breathe free. They'll ask, or they won't. Their haste isn't your load. You're not here for their rush. You're here for your soul. Recall that family lunch. Your brother begged, "Come now." You used to drop everything, rushed to fix her mess. That stole your inner peace. You carried their clock. Now you stand, voice steady. I'll help when I can. No rush, no wait. You keep your inner light. That's not distance, it's control. You kept your own time. This is Stoic strength. Seneca's words cut deep. Life's short, spend it well. Their needs don't define you. Your time builds your core. You've carried this reflex, the need to be there. It's heavy, it's useless. Drop it, feel the air. You don't need their pull. You need your own fire. Every time you say no, you reclaim a piece of you. Every boundary you hold, you forge a stronger soul. This is your work now, to choose your hours wisely, to choose strength over haste. You're not their servant anymore. You're a man standing tall. Stop giving, start living. Your life, your time, yourself. A man who guards time is a man who's whole. Lesson 6. What's truly yours? You cling to what's not yours. Their opinions, their moods, their chaos. You carry their weight, heavy, thinking it's yours to fix. You believe it shows loyalty. Believe it proves your strength. But each burden you hold, it's a theft of yourself. A friend vents, voice sharp. They screwed me over again. You absorb it, feel drained. Their storm becomes your own. You've surrendered your peace. Clinging feels like duty. It's a trap, silent, deep. You're tethered to their turmoil. Each worry you take on, it erodes your inner core. They don't need your burden. You need your own stillness. This started years ago. Apparent stress, your load. Handle this, you're strong. You learned to carry others. Now it's instinct, unthinking. You soak up their struggles. Every "I'll fix it," you say. It's a chain, pulling tight. At work, a teammate falters. Their missed deadline, your worry. "I'll cover, don't stress." You stay late, they leave. You've traded your freedom for their fleeting relief. This habit steals your power. Achburden shrinks your space. You feel it, don't you? The weight that's not yours. You're tired, always holding. Always theirs, never you. You lose yourself, load by load. Seneca saw this clearly. Own only what's yours. Their case doesn't define you. Your mind shapes your life. Why carry their shadows? Why let their storms rage? You've held this too long, taken their pain as yours. But their pain isn't strength. It's a weight you don't need. Stop now. Breathe slow. What makes you take this? Fear of seeming distant? Fear of letting them sink? You're not alone here. Every man has borne this. The pull to fix, to hold, to be the one who saves. But saving them isn't power. Yours is to stand unmoved. Epictetus spoke it plain. You control your own mind, not their fears, their failures. Let them carry their loads. Yours is to hold clarity. Picture this moment now. A colleague unloads. Frantic. This project's a mess. Old you would have jumped in. I'll help. We'll fix it. But that's not your truth. You don't owe their storm. Now you listen. Stay calm. That's tough. You'll manage. One line, then silence. Their case doesn't pull. You've kept your inner space. This isn't about coldness. It's about owning your soul. You don't need their weight. You need your own light. Think back. Last week, your brother ranted, angry. My boss is unfair. You used to absorb it. Stayed up, plotting his fight. That wasn't support. It was loss. You took his storm inside. Now imagine this instead. He rants. You breathe deep. I hear you. Keep going. You nod. You let go. You walk away, head high. That's not distance. It's freedom. You kept your inner core. This is Stoic wisdom. Marcus Aurelius lived it. Leave others' troubles alone. Their struggles are just noise. Your focus is your wealth. Their chaos is their story. You are your own path. Stop carrying their loads now. Let your mind breathe free. They'll vent, or they won't. Their weight isn't your chain. You're not here for their storms. You're here for your life. Recall that late-night call. A friend, spiraling, disperate. My life's falling apart. You used to dive in, talked hours, felt drained. That wasn't help, it was chains. You took their pain as yours. Now try this instead. They call. You listen briefly. I'm here, but you're strong. No fixing, no wait. You hang up, still hool. That's not neglect, it's dignity. You kept your own mind. This is Stoic strength. Seneca's words cut deep. Guard your own soul. Their trouble don't define you. Your clarity builds your core. You've carried this reflex, the need to hold their pain. It's heavy. It's useless. Drop it. Feel the air. You don't need their chaos. You need your own fire. Every time you let go, you reclaim a piece of you. Every burden you release, you forge a stronger soul. This is your work now. To choose your own load. To choose strength over chains. You're not their anchor anymore. You're a man, standing tall. Stop carrying. Start living. Your life, your mind, yourself. Think of that coffee shop. Estranga Vince, Lau, Nia. My day's been hell. You used to nod, engage, felt their stress, carried it. That wasn't kindness, it was loss. You took their storm home. Now you sit, eyes steady. That's rough, you say low. No pull, no weight. You walk away, unmoved. That's not apathy, it's power. You kept your inner calm. This is your path now. To choose stillness over chaos. To choose freedom over weight. You're not their savior anymore. You're a man carving himself. Stop holding. Start being. Your life, your soul, yourself. A man who owns himself is a man who's whole. You've let go. Now what? The freedom feels raw, unsteady. You're not used to this. Owning your mind, not theirs. You've always carried their storms, their fears, their fights, their chaos. But each load sank you. It's a theft. Quiet, deep. You've held this too long. Every worry you've absorbed, every crisis you've shouldered, it's built a cage, heavy. You're trapped by their shadows. You feel it at work. A teammate's panic, infectious. We're doomed. Fix this. You used to dive in, took their stress, lost sleep. That's not strength, it's loss. You gave them your clarity. Taking their pain feels noble. It's a chain binding you. You're living their battles. Each burden you accept, it dims your inner fire. They don't own your mind. You owe yourself stillness. Recall that family gathering. Your sister's rant, endless. My life's a mess. You sat, soaked it up, felt her weight, carried it. That wasn't love. It was chains. You took her storm inside. Now picture this instead. She rants. You breathe slow. I hear you. You'll manage. One line. No sinking. You walk away, head high. That's not coldness. It's freedom. You kept your inner core. This is Stoic discipline. Seneca's voice cuts through. Keep your soul your own. Their trouble don't define you. Your focus shapes your life. Why hold their heavy loads? Why let their chaos pull? You've carried this too long, taken their pain as duty. But their pain isn't yours. It's a weight you can drop. Stop now. Breathe deep. What makes you hold this? Fear of seeming uncaring? Fear of breaking their trust? You're not alone here. Every man has buckled here. The pull to be their rock, to be the one who holds. But holding all isn't power. Yours is to stand unmoved. Epictetus saw it clear. You own your own thoughts, not their fears, their failures. Let them bear their storms. Yours is to hold light. Imagine this moment now. A friend calls, voice breaking. Everything's falling apart. Old you would have stayed, talked hours, felt drained. But that's not your truth. You don't owe their weight. Now you listen. Stay calm. You're stronger than this. A comment, one line, then silence. Their case doesn't cling. You've kept your inner space. This isn't about distance. It's about owning your soul. You don't need their burdens. You need your own calm. Think back. Last month, a co-worker vented, desperate. This deadline's killing me. You used to take it on, stayed late, fixed their mess. That wasn't help. It was loss. You gave them your mind. Now try this instead. They vent. You nod once. That's tough, you'll handle. I low. You step back. Still hool. You walk away, head high. That's not apathy. It's control. You kept your inner truth. This is Stoic wisdom. Marcus Aurelius stood here. Leave others' chaos be. Their struggles are just noise. Your clarity is your wealth. Their pain is their story. You are your own path. Stop carrying their weight now. Let your mind breathe free. They'll lean, or they won't. Their storm isn't your chain. You're not here for their loads. You're here for your life. Recall that late-night text. A body, spiraling, needy. I can't do this alone. You used to jump in, talked till dawn, felt heavy. That wasn't support. It was chains. You took their pain home. Now you try this. They text, you pause long. I'm here, you're enough. No fixing, no wait. You sleep, still light. That's not neglect, it's dignity. You kept your own mind. This is Stoic strength. Seneca's words ring true. Save your soul for you. Their chaos doesn't own you. Your peace builds your core. You've carried this reflex, the need to hold their hurt. It's heavy, it's useless. Drop it. Feel the space. You don't need their storms. You need your own fire. Every time you step back, you reclaim a piece of you. Every load you release, you forge a stronger soul. This is your work now. To choose your own weight. To choose strength over chains. You're not their savior anymore. You're a man, standing tall. Stop carrying. Start living your life, your mind, yourself. Think of that bar chat. Estanger gripes, lau, nia. My boss is the worst. You used to nod, engage, felt their stress, took it. That wasn't kindness, it was loss. You carried their cloud. Now you sit. Eyes steady. That's rough, you say low. No pull, no weight. You walk away, unmoved. That's not indifference, it's power. You kept your inner calm. This is your path now. To choose stillness over chaos. To choose freedom over weight. You're not their anchor anymore. You're a man, carving himself. Stop holding, start being. Your life, your soul, yourself. Think of that work email. A client's panits, urgent. Fix this now, please. You used to leap in, worked late, lost your night. That wasn't duty, it was chains. You took their storm on. Now you read, stay firm. I'll address it tomorrow. No rush, no wait. You leave, still, whole. That's not slacking, it's control. You kept your inner light. This is Stoic clarity. Marcus Aurelius knew it. Own, what's truly yours. Their chaos is their truth. Your peace is your core. You're not their burden bearer. You're a man, rising tall. Stop carrying, start owning your life, your mind, yourself. A man who holds himself is a man who's free. Lesson 7. Build your inner fortress. Your mind is a battlefield. Storms of doubt crash hard. Their words, their glares, invade. You let them breach your walls. You think it's just life. Think it's how things are. But each crack they make, it weakens your inner core. A colleague's jab cuts deep. Your work's not enough. You shrink, question your worth. Their voice echoes, uninvited. You've left your gates open. Vulnerability feels like honesty. It's a flaw, exposing you. You're stormed by their chaos. Doubt you let in. It erodes your inner strength. They don't need your walls down. You need your fortress firm. This started years ago. A friend's betrayal, raw, sharp. You're too weak for this. You believed it. Walls crumbled. Now it's reflex, automatic. You let their judgments through. Every critique you absorb. It's a siege, relentless. At work, a missed target. Boss says, step it up. You spiral. I'm failing. Their words become your truth. You've lowered your defense for their fleeting approval. This habit steals your power. Each breach drains your soul. You feel it, don't you? The doubts that linger, heavy. You're tired, always exposed, always open to their strikes. You lose yourself, crack by crack. Seneca saw this clearly. Build a mind impregnable. Their opinions don't shape you. Your walls define your peace. Why let their arrows pierce? Why leave your gates ajar? You've been open too long. Let their voices flood in. But openness isn't strength. It's a fortress left unguarded. Stop now. Breathe slow. What lets these breaches happen? Fear of seeming closed? Fear of missing their truth?